Okay, here it is. We are coming into the afternoon, and okay, it looks super bright, but it's actually kind of cloudy. There's supposed to be some storms rolling through tonight, and I thought, you know what, it would be really cool if I could get some data and some video of a wind turbine during the storms. But the problem is, my tower hasn't been approved by the city. I'm still working on that. That's here in the driveway. So what do I do? And then I was like, well, I have a truck that's sitting in the driveway. Why don't I just mount a pole on the back of it? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece of metal right here, and I'm gonna cut a groove out of it here that will fit the ball. And we're going to weld this pole, which is about 6 foot, onto this angle iron, and we're gonna bolt that all up to the truck, and then get the turbine mounted on the top of it. And we're gonna do that all before 10 o'clock tonight when the storm rolls through, so that I can get a little video of this thing hitting 70 miles an hour. That's what they say, right? They say the wind's gonna be 70 miles an hour. Granted, it's only gonna be about 8 foot off the ground, but I figured that'd be fun. So here we go. Well, here's this piece. So we've got a notch cut out where I'll be able to bolt it onto the truck. And we've got our square tube welded on, about 6 foot high. So I think now we need a flange for our turbine. Y'all are probably looking at me going, didn't he forget something? Yes, I forgot. There's supposed to be a hole down the middle for the wires. Or we could just pretend like I knew that all along and I'll drill it now. May as well have the wires come out at the base, right? We will just pop out. I think I'll just pop out right down here and then drill a hole right up there at the top. So let's do that. What did I do? Heat treat this when I welded it? Hey, would you mind pushing this wire in real quick from the other side? I think I can guide it. It's almost there. Hold on. Pull it back just a tad. Okay, push it. There we go. Thanks. Bum, ba-dum. Gotta have your nose cone. It snaps in nicely. Alright, here's our moment of truth. Let's see it mounted on the truck. Alright, it's the day after the storm, so you can see that the wind turbine does actually spin on its own. It's kind of nice to see, because all I've done to this point is bench tests. This was plugged in all night, so we hit a peak of 62 watts, 4.5 amps, and I missed it here, but it had the watt hours, I believe. Let's see. 2.9 watt hours. So I guess that means it didn't hit 62 watts for very long. The storm really rolled through rather fast. I think it was only about 20 minutes worth of real wind. Also, the angle that the turbine's sitting at is not quite level, so it has problems turning into the wind unless it's blowing pretty good. Oh, there it goes spinning up.
Oh, it's going faster! It's going faster!
Didn't generate anything though. Wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. But it is now.
And it's only 8 foot off the ground. But I figure 62 watts is probably pretty good because this really should be, you're supposed to install a turbine at least like what, 20 feet or 30 feet above the nearest obstacle that's within like 500 feet. Where it's at, it has obstacles within, within 20 feet or 30 feet. And then on two sides, it might be 200 feet, 150 feet. There we go, we got 5 watts. Six watts.
Whoa!
It is, it's really unbalanced.
Yeah.
You can see it shaking really bad in the wind.
Yeah.
So it really needs to be 50 foot in the air, right? And nobody's gonna install a 500 watt turbine 50 feet in the air. But that also means that we're not gonna get 500 watts out of it. You really need those good sustained winds. Well, that was my extent of my fun evening with running my wind turbine on the back of my pickup truck. I had fun, but in the end realized that it didn't really make much energy and probably doesn't make sense to have a wind turbine here at this house. So I don't know, maybe I should move to something different.